Concerning to me, peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion, the MMA expert. We're still predicting UFC 130 here. And let's talk about Frank Mir versus Big Country Roy Nelson. I like Big Country Roy Nelson in this fight. Now, here's the thing. Frank Mir is a way of winning fights that you don't necessarily think he should win or whatever like that. In other words, when Frank Mir is not testing the very top, then he can win. He can win fights. This guy wins a lot of fights. At the same time, I think Big Country Roy Nelson is in a better spot right now. I don't like Frank Mir at 260. I don't think that's a good weight for him. I don't know exactly what he's trying to do at that weight, number one. Number two, Big Country Roy Nelson is a much better wrestler, and I think he's a much better striker. You know, as they talk about, oh, Frank Mir and striking, improved striking, you know, no, dude, Big Country can really strike. The other thing is that Big Country Roy Nelson already has a grappling win over Frank Mir in extremely convincing fashion. So I think that's at least a psychological boost right there. So now you're having a situation where Big Country, you know, can out-wrestle Frank, and that's probably, you know, one of Frank's weaknesses, number one. And he's hard to submit, you know. I mean, Big Country is very good, you know, at defending submissions and whatnot. And he's also, I believe he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu as well. And I believe that, you know, Big Country can strike better than Frank. So now what's Frank going to do? It doesn't mean that, you know, anything can happen and whatnot like that. And of course it can. But I like Big Country in this fight. The better way to put it is, what chance would you give Frank Mir if he can't really, you know, if you're not really worried about his submissions? You know what I mean? Like if you had to sit there and trade, yeah, okay, you know, check Congo, whatever, that's fine. But this is not, you know, Big Country is extremely tough. We saw how tough Big Country is against, you know, Junior Dos Santos. And I think we saw the limits of what Big Country can do. And I want to see Big Country kind of step his game up and improve certain things. But that was a very, you know, very impressive right there. I expect Big Country to win this fight. At the same time, Frank Mir, you know, might be able to do it again, you know. So I like Big Country. I'd say I'm again about 70-30 on this fight. I think Big Country wins this 70-30, and I expect Big Country. A knockout would not surprise me from Big Country. So I say either knockout from Big Country, or I could also see it, you know, going to decision. But I probably stoppage. I mean, these are, you know, Frank Mir usually, when he loses, he usually gets stopped. So I think, you know, yeah, I'm going to lean towards that. But the main thing is Big Country wins this. You tell me what's up. Comments below, subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal, and you're watching Conservative New Media.